Welcome to the United Racing Network. My name is Andrew Spears. I'm alongside Rob McDonald tonight, and this is Talladega, baby. Rob, are you excited tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're at a super speedway, and you know what comes with super speedways?
A lot of
Fast
action.
cars.
Fast cars, that's right. I love it. I'm so excited to be back here. This is my home track. I live about 30 minutes from this track. I grew up around this track, actually where the grandstands are in the back, when you'll see them in a minute. They're not even there, but them are the seats that me and my dad used to get all the time. And that's where the action was the backstretch. Seeing people flip, seeing the cars going by at 200 plus miles an hour. It was unbelievable on how fast these cars go and the way these cars tandem up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I love it. I love everything about it. And that's why they say this is Talladega, because there's nothing else like it in motorsports today.
Yeah, absolutely not. And I mean, just looking at some of these guys, we had Noah Alejandro reaching a speed of 198 miles an hour.
Wow. And that's not even the fastest they've been. One of the faster lap times put around this track was actually by, let me make sure I'm right here in saying this. One of the records set was before they put the restrictor plates on, and it was set by Bill Elliott going 212 miles an hour in these cars. Now, granted, IMSA is, not IMSA, Indy, they go fast, but 212 miles an hour out of a freaking stock car, I don't know, man. That's unheard of.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, at those speeds, it's nuts. I mean, even at 198 mile an hour, one quick little move and, it can end somebody's night.
Yeah, it can end somebody's night. And these cars, they can take a lot of damage. These next-gen cars love to take a lot of damage. But the problem is the toe links. The toe links get broke so easily. So no matter about the composite body, when your wheel's not rolling right, you got to take it in and get it fixed. And that's what we're running with tonight. So, anyway, these cars, what we're seeing, 2x2, the cars don't really run too well. But when you get 3 or more in draft, they are rolling. Have you noticed that tonight?
I have. And, around here, as much as drafting is, you need to do it. Otherwise, you're going to fall off the pace. But you're going to see a lot of side drafting here. And these cars side draft so well. You can get the guy that jumps out of the line and just side drafts and pulls everybody back to him.
Yeah, for real. And we have a few sponsors tonight that I want to talk about. A few of them are actually on the cars tonight. You have W Energy. W Energy is a big sponsor of ours for the United Racing Network, and the car that's running it is actually sitting in first place right now. That's Neil Nelly Strader. So he's sitting with a 50.49 lap time, and that's in the draft. So we were seeing some lap times of people outside of the draft, and outside of the draft, we're losing as much as 2 full seconds outside of the draft.
Yeah, we're seeing times of 53 seconds put out by Armand Brusso there. As you see the pack kind of scatter in behind him.
Yeah. And we have a total of 18 drivers tonight for this race. This race, let me tell you why NASCAR throws a Talladega or a Daytona into the mix of these races. It gives the little guy a shot to make it to the playoffs. In the real world, if you win a race, you're automatically into the playoffs. That's how they do it. Yeah. In today's world, and that's so big because at Talladega, you could be the worst driver out there, but somehow end up in first. Going back to the spring race at Talladega, Ross Chastain won that race, but he won it on the last lap. He didn't win. He didn't even lead a lap. He led the last lap, and that's all he led. And that's big because that shows that you don't have to lead laps and be consistent to win. You just have to be at the right place at the right time, and that's what's going to happen tonight. Who is going to be at the right place at the right time to take this win tonight here at Talladega? Rob, I don't really know who's going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. The way these guys run around the track, it's impossible to make a prediction. I mean, as you said, you just have to be in the right place at the right time. And the only lap that really matters to be led is the last one.
Exactly. A few things to look out for tonight, Rob. You know what's going to happen. The big one. Let's talk about it for a second. What's the big one? What do we refer to as the big one?
Well, the big one is, the biggest wreck of the night. And you know that's going to happen when these guys are so close running, front to back for, 6 cars long, and you got guys going 3 wide. Somebody's going to make a mistake. We're human, so we do. And that's going to take out quite a bit of the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately enough, this is not IRL stuff. This is not real life, so we do get a quick repair. We get one tonight. So these guys, if they do get in that big one early on in the race, they get to rack it up again once their quick repair is taken and go at it one more time. But they have to be ginger on the cars, because these cars, as much as they like to take damage, they don't like to take damage at the same time.
Exactly.
Pit road tonight is going to be a little interesting. Pit road, the speed limits are 55 miles an hour. Now, when you're coming off of turn 4, you're going almost 200 miles an hour. So you have all of about 1,000 yards to get your car slowed down. I'm sorry, you have all of about 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet to get the car slowed down to 55 to make it pit road entry. And it's in a lot of terms, people say it's impossible, but it's just those big brakes that those big ABS brakes and stuff going on. So
yeah, well, I mean, when they're coming into the pits, normally they're changing tires, so they don't really care if they bald spot some of the tires. But it's going to be tough, especially if we got green flag pit stops, which we may have.
Yep.
Depending on how these guys run tonight. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, so speaking of pit stops tonight, we were talking to some of the drivers, and with their current setup, they're getting 27 laps is about all they're getting, and there's 30-lap stages tonight. So that's going to play a big part in the strategy. Now, you can save a lot of fuel once you're in that draft, but if you're the guy sitting in that front position, you are not saving at all. In fact, you're using more than the rest of the field. So we're going to see a lot of lead changes tonight. We got 18 people currently signed up to race. Rob, I guarantee you we're probably going to have at least 30 lead changes tonight.
Oh, if not more. I mean, all it takes is you get a little run, and you're able to hold them off. So, I mean, we can see it change. It may not be for long, but it'll still be a lead change at some point.
Yeah, we will see the lead changes for sure. And you know what? We can even take tally, and see which one of us will right. I'm saying 30. You're saying more. So let's see which one will win that tonight. Want to just talk about real quick the question of the night. I'm not going to explain what it is yet, but the question of the night will be asked at the stage break, and who knows? You may get some brownie points and some kudos in the chat if you win tonight, folks. So the question's a good question. I learned it a few days ago, so I thought it'd be perfect for our question of the day. So we'll see.
And it's not that hard. I mean, I guessed at it, and I got it right. So
yeah, we might get some people. I mean, I didn't. It's pretty cool. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to ruin anything. It's pretty neat. All right. Well, as of right now, the leaderboard for the leaderboard for practice is showing the number 26 and Neil Strader leading. But like I said, times don't really matter here. It doesn't matter what times you're putting in. It's where you're sitting when the race ends.
Yeah, and really, I mean, times in practice don't really matter either, because you're in the draft, so your times are going to be faster. When we get to qualifying, that's where it really matters.
Yeah, and it's going to be we're going to see tight racing all night long. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight, who is actually the leader. Now, looking at everything, it looks like Alex Wood is still the leader tonight in points.
Yeah.
He had a heck of a run in there we go. He had a heck of a run the other night at the Roval series until he actually spun out.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was that was hard for him. I mean, you're leading 95% of the race, and when you come out of that stage break and spin it on that first corner, it's a little rough.
Yeah, I know he tried to catch back up and he was almost there, but he just couldn't get there. He just could not get there, and so. But Rob, I think we're almost done with practice. Let's get into these advertisements, and we'll be right back after this short little break. All right, folks. There is our point standings as of this week here at Talladega. Alex Witt has a commanding lead over Daniel Mitchell, but Daniel Mitchell, he could win tonight's race and potentially be right up there with Alex Witt. Or you could see somebody from the rear come up to the front. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys do tonight. We're seeing some people say go Andrew Omquist, so we'll maybe he'll get a win for sure. But as we watch practice here, these guys are on their out laps. Let's go over some track facts tonight. The fastest lap Rob ever recorded was Bill Elliott at 212 miles an hour. That's fastest speed. This was set in the 2019 NASCAR Cup. Was actually Parker Kligerman set a 46.53 in his Toyota Camry. Now, we have one Toyota Camry out there tonight, and that's driven by Brock Wright.
Yeah, there's two. Kevin Coleman's in there.
Oh, I see Kevin now. Maybe we can get Eddie Baker in here too. I know he loves super speedways, but
this is true.
He does love super speedways, so hopefully he can get in here. But the number 22 of Brock Wright is driving Toyota, so maybe he can push a pretty fast lap. 46 seconds here. That was done in the draft for sure.
Yeah.
And let's go over the weather for tonight while we have just a chance while these guys are on their out laps. Weather tonight is setting pretty good. Track temperature is 105 degrees, but with the banking, they're going to have a lot of grip, even with the banking. The banking sets at 33 degrees. Or it's actually elevated more than 33 degrees, I think. Let me make sure. I think I'm getting them confused with Daytona. No. Turn 1 and 2 is 33 degrees. Turns 3 is 32.4 degrees. And turns 4 is 32.5 degrees. The travel sets with a 16.5 degree banking. And the backstretch has a 3 degree banking. So, and the fastest lap time ever recorded was 44.998 seconds set by Bill Elliott when he made the fastest lap times in mile per hour. So, that's fast.
Yeah, it is.
That was back when the 87s were a big thing.
Yeah, and those 87s are something else.
They're fun to drive. They are fun to drive for sure.
Take a lot out of your shoulders, though.
Yeah. This is Rod Sizemore. He is driving the number 4 car, but on our live timing, he's showing to be the number 56. So when you see the number 4, that's going to be Rod Sizemore.
Yeah.
Alex Witt just posted a good time of 53.76, driving his Ford Mustang Donuts car that Rob refers to it as a...
It's a Simpsons car.
A Simpsons car? I don't think it is.
It is. It is. It says donut on it. Look at it. Just look at the font. That's the Simpsons font right there.
I don't believe you.
It is. It's the same yellow. It's the same font. That's what it is, and that's what I'm sticking with.
All right. You know what? Whatever.
All right. And actually, I'm getting yelled at on the radio. It's not a Simpsons car. It's Donut Media.
I thought so.
But it's a Simpsons car. It's still a Simpsons car. I don't care what you say, Alex.
They must have that. They must have their TVs in the cars again. I guess the BSC officials don't care.
He did agree with me. He did agree with me, and maybe looks like a little bit of a Simpsons car. Thank you.
Well, Rob, as these track times or these qualifying times finish up here, it does look like Rod Sizemore is going to be our leader tonight. If it sticks, we do have a few people that's not gridded yet or not qualified, but you're going to see that tonight.
Yep.
You're going to have some people that just don't want to qualify because they want to try to avoid the big one. And Rob, how do you avoid the big one?
To avoid the big one, it's kind of hard because you never know where it's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to happen at the front of the pack. You don't know if it's going to happen in the middle. And really, it's just being cautious as much as you can be at a super speedway, which is kind of hard.
Yeah, that's very hard to do for sure. And as these guys get lined up to go, let's go over the results tonight, Rob. Who is our leader tonight?
Our leader tonight is going to be Rod Sizemore starting in that pole position, followed by Alex Witt in second, Brock Wright in third, Ken Knights in fourth, Andrew Almquist in fifth, Neil Nelly Strader in sixth, Noel Hanna in seventh, Christian Strader in eighth, Jordan Malcolm in ninth, and Cody Kern in 10th.
In that 11th position is going to be Calvin the Boss Ross. There, I just said it right there. Calvin the Boss Ross, for all you Calvin fans out there, because he's going to show everybody who's boss tonight. In that 12th position is going to be Armin Brusso. In that 13th position, is going to be Alex Martin. In that 14th position, Daniel Mitchell. In 15th is going to be Ethan Marlowe. 16th, Kevin the Man Coleman. 17th is Anthony Rattle. In 18th, Andrew Jamelin. And in 19th, a guy I've not seen yet, is Oscar Henson.
Was he not here last week?
I don't remember. If he was, I apologize. But that is our grid. We'll show it one more time for the people in the back that didn't get to see it. And just a few more guys got to get on here before we can go rolling around this track. But Rob, I'm excited for tonight, man.
Yeah, so am I. And I actually have the wrong thing here. So give me 2 seconds while I update that. And Oscar Henson has raced with us before. He was not at the Roval last week, but he has raced with us.
Okay. See, I wasn't real familiar, but you know what? Reading through some of the comments here, these guys. I just in the chat tonight, put who you guys want to win, and while you're doing that, Rob, who do you got tonight?
I mean, it is hard to say, but I'm gonna go with Nelly tonight. I know he has a lot of experience, with the super speedways, and normally does pretty good. And he seemed pretty determined when we talked to him earlier, so that's who I'm gonna go with.
There you go. I like it. I'm gonna go with somebody that I've not picked yet, and that's gonna be Ken Knights. Now, Ken Knights, you're getting a sneak peek at what he's going to be running for the throwback race, and we will be talking about that here shortly. But he is running his beautiful Miller Lite car right there in the number 13. Trying to get you a good view of it here. Up top there, the chopper cam's got a good view on it, the number 13 Miller Lite car. That car will be running the throwback race, and he's my guy. He's consistently up front, and maybe he can just sneak by on the last lap of this race and get the win. So that's who I'm going with. Looks like our back-end producer's going with Rod Sizemore. Got some guys going for Calvin. You know what? I like it.
No, our back-end producer's not going for Rod Sizemore. I was answering a question.
Oh!
That's me now. Come on now.
Sorry. Well, Rob, I'm going to take a screen here. That pace car is going to dip off. These guys have got a little bit to trek here. The start-finish line is not in the middle of the tri-oval like it is at Daytona. It actually sits past the tri-oval. The Geico Restart zone is going to be right there in the middle of it, and that's where they're going to have to go before Ted, the flagman, can send us green. So, with that being said, Ted, this is all on you, buddy. I want you to take us green here. As we go green, it is going to be an amazing thing to see. This green flag is presented by W Energy. Make sure you catch your W Energy today with the code URNW at checkout. As they enter turns 1, we have a big move made by Nelly right there in the middle, as you've seen it. And it does look like Rod Sizemore is going to be getting help from the inside line there. But Alex Witt in the number 594 car is getting that push from the number 13 of Ken Knights, like we were talking. We do have some guys scattered in the back there. Don't really know what happened there, but we're going to keep an eye on that as these guys are side by side going in turn 3 on the first lap.
Yeah, it looked like Jordan Malcolm kind of died below that yellow line. I don't know if he saw something coming up and he just had to dip out, but he dropped back to the 18th position. So maybe he's just looking out for his car and hoping that he avoids the big one.
Yeah, for sure. And lap number 1 is complete. And it goes to Alex Witt. Good job, Alex, for leading that lap. These guys are going to be tight, action-packed all night long. So it's going to be interesting to see who makes a move early to get up there and who can avoid that big one whenever it may happen.
As you can see, Rod Sizemore kind of looked like he got a little bit of loose when he got a tap from Brock Reich there. But they're trying to stay off each other, but not at the same time.
No, not at all. And these two up front are going to battle all night long, but we sometimes may see a third lane come in as Kevin Coleman jumps to that outside with no help. He may get shuffled back here.
Yeah, but actually he has help now. It looked like somebody jumped up behind him, and that's going to be the number 21 of Anthony Rattle. Now, mind you, Kevin Coleman started in the 16th position, is now moved up to the 11th position, but that is indicative of him. He does that all the time.
Yeah, he does, and it does look like we have a third lane developed here. As we get, contact up front. Contact up front. We do have a wreck by Christian Strader is involved. A few other cars are involved. We'll figure out who is all involved and go from there. My Lord, that was the first caution of the evening, and that was wild. Let's go back and take a look at it.
Look like Alex Martin, Rod Sizemore, Anthony Rattle.
Looks like Neil Schrader was involved up in front of it too. It does look like Rod Sizemore, the number 4 car, was involved there slightly. Yeah, and we're going to just rewind this here.
It looked like Ken Knight just tried to get a side draft off Rod Sizemore there and
Just
made a little bit of contact and got him turned. And as you see, Christian Strader hit them. The tire goes flying off one of the cars. And it looks like the rear end just exploded.
Yeah, for sure. Let's ride along with Christian Schrader here as that happened. Christian Schrader's up top there. Looks like that tire is going to belong to... It looks like everybody still got their tires, and there's still some wrecks that happened down below.
No, there was a tire that went flying.
I seen it, but I don't know who it belonged to. Let's go back and take a look at this from the number 25's perspective. Looks like they made it through okay. Let's ride along with them.
Looks like the number 65, Andrew Jamelin, was involved in that as well. Or I think that was the 35, sorry. That was Jordan Malcolm.
Yep.
Or Malcolm.
Most of the wrecks stayed up high there, and everybody seemed to make it through okay. And that was caution number 1 for the evening. I'm sure it's not going to be the last one as we know it here. We started with 19 cars tonight. How many will be in the race when we finish? I'm not real sure. It's going to be interesting to see. Well, that was a interesting start there. Let's actually go and look at the move that Nelly made on the green flag run when the green flag dropped. Let's take a look at that. Nelly's going to be in that number 26 car. Looks like there was some bumping going on early. And he did make a heck of a move. Maybe it wasn't him. There's multiple cars up there that look the same.
I don't think so.
Who was that made that move early? Was it Cody Kern in the number 23 car? Or maybe it was number 25 of Daniel Mitchell. We'll watch this restart here with the number 25.
So if somebody asks if the number 22 is a Hannah Montana car, and yes it is.
And Daniel Mitchell made a heck of a move on that restart of when we went green, to make some passes, but it did look like he got a little bit involved there. So there's Daniel Mitchell. And what car did you say was the Hannah Montana car?
It's going to be the number 22 of Brock Reich. It is a Hannah Montana car.
That is the Hannah Montana car if I'd ever seen one. That is. Well, Rob, we are side by side, double file. Lights in the pace car are off. Take us green, buddy, when we get around to it.
All right, so Alex Witt is going to bring us around as we come around turn 3 right now. No, sorry. Yeah, entering turn 3.
We're entering turn 1.
Well, then I have no idea where we are right now.
Get back on the lead lap, maybe?
Maybe. I'm trying to catch up. All right?
Somebody said it's Miller time in the comments. Well, I need that Miller taken away from you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly it didn't work out for Ken Knights.
Yeah, no. Ken Knights definitely had the short end of the stick on that wreck, but now he's in a good position in the back there. He did not go a lap down, so everybody still seems to be on the lead lap. And these guys are going to enter the Geico Restart zone, and it will be up to whoever the leader is when they go green. So if the guy on the in the second place position jumps him, well, penalty for him, and he goes to the back.
Yep. So we're getting word that it's hard to beat the car of the beer drinking legend known as the Fish, Calvin Ross.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how Calvin.
Although I'm pretty sure I made a friend somewhere because they drink Kraken as well.
Oh,
if
Lord.
I remember that correctly, that was the first race. I remember that correct. If I remember that correctly.
Oh Lord, I hate Kraken. It burns my throat. Rob,
it is delicious.
get us back green.
And
man.
as the pace car dips off, Alex Witt is going to bring us to this Geico Restart zone. He will have Brock Reich on his outside. And here we go. Did I time that right? I timed that right, I think.
I think you timed that right.
And Alex Witt gets a massive jump
Yeah, and
on the entire field.
Somebody is running that low line there. Either they got a penalty or... Oh, wait, they get a penalty. Somebody got a penalty, I think. As Armin Brusso there in the number 11 car may have gotten a penalty. Moving to the back.
Oh, another wreck. We got many parties involved. That was Brock Reich, Noel Hanna.
I didn't even see what happened. Oh, it looks like the Hannah Montana car Just grabbed the side of somebody there. Who was the Hannah Montana car? The number 22, Brock Wright?
Yeah, Brock Reich and Noel Hanna were the ones involved in that.
Good avoidance by most of the crew there. The number 88 scoots right on by. We're going to ride along with him. He had a heck of a show for real.
95 involved. It looked like Calvin Ross got through that relatively unscathed.
This is with Oscar Henson here. Makes an amazing move right through it. His spotter was screaming at him the entire time, but it didn't seem to faze him as he goes right down the middle. Awesome move by Oscar Henson there in the number 88 car.
That was great spotting by his spotter for sure. He couldn't see a thing.
Yep. And Alex Witt, Andrew Almaquist, Calvin Ross, Neil Strader, they're all in the top 5. They're sitting pretty. Considering that 2, I guess, kind of big ones happened, but I don't think that's the end of them.
Oh, actually, Calvin Ross is going to come into the pits.
He does have some damage there, it looks like.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, and let's see if Oscar Henson's available on the radio. I'd like to have a chat with him to see how he got through that.
Let's just see if he's available. I do not see him in radio contact. Oh, no. I do not see him in radio contact.
Well, is the fan favorite available, Mr. Calvin?
I do believe so. Just let me.
May want to mute him before you bring him in. We do have that power now. And then just unmute him there.
All right, just give me a second here. Calvin, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad. Well, it looked like you got through that wreck relatively unscathed, but you had to go to the pits. What was up with that?
You know, I got a couple 0Xs from it. I don't really know how to explain it. I just had a feeling like I'd have some damage up front, and I just wanted to be safe because this car is not good when you have any damage up front at this track. So I just wanted to be safe.
That's fair. I mean, aero is a massive thing here at Talladega, and any little bit of damage on the front end, and you're going to drop back real quick.
Yeah, so I just figured better safe than sorry. It's a long race. I don't want to get lapped early. So I'm just trying to keep in it and keep it clean where I can.
Yep. Strategy tonight, obviously pitting shouldn't be a problem now since you guys had two penalty or two cautions, and you guys both pitted. So what's your strategy from here on out? Just avoid the big one?
Yeah, just avoid the big ones. Honestly, if I had a strategy, I'm not sure I'd broadcast it to all my fellow competitors listening into this. But if I did have a strategy, it's been screwed up by pitting at lap 9 instead of another lap. So from here on out, it's just avoid wrecks and keep it clean.
I like it, Kevin. Well, you got a lot of fans in the chats tonight. One guy may have even been doing some explicit things to your voice. So we'll let you go out of here so we don't catch case or anything like that. And you catch a win. How about that?
I'll do my best for you boys.
All right, appreciate it, Calvin.
All right. That was Calvin Ross, everybody. He said he's going to catch a win so we don't have to catch a case.
Yeah, because I don't know how that would work. I mean, then I'd have to travel and that's a headache.
Especially in Alabama.
We'll try to avoid some of that as much as we can.
I love it. I love the fans, man. They're what wake me up on Tuesdays because we anticipate races with these guys. All right, Alex Witt's going to be our inside leader. That outside leader belongs to Andrew Almquist. Behind them is Daniel Mitchell and Neil Strader. They're going to be pushing like crazy because they got to get their lines moving before the next wreck happens. So it's going to be interesting to see which line can happen. Is there going to be 3 lines that develops on this restart? That can sometimes happen. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because this is Talladega and anything is possible with these drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just looking through some of the field, I mean, Andrew Jamelin has moved up 12 positions, Ethan Marlowe 10 positions, Daniel Mitchell 10 positions. Kevin Coleman has moved 9 positions. So there's a lot of fast movers in this field. So it will be interesting to see how hard they're going to push come this restart.
Yeah, for sure. These guys are ready to roll. You can see them there on the bumper cam of the of that pace car. As the pace car zips off there, we're going to be getting back ready to go green. Rob, are you ready to go green?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's Talladega.
I like it. We're going to enter that Geico restart zone. Alex Witt's going to slow us in, but he's going to be very, very heavy on the gas coming out. Alex Witt, if you will, my good friend, take us green, please. As we enter the Geico restart zone, he's going to do it right here. As he waited on the flagman there that time. Did you see that?
Yeah, and it looked like Andrew Almquist missed a shift there, and that second line just dissolved.
Yeah, it did, but that give Kevin Coleman and that did kind of upset that high line, but I think they're going to come back shortly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is starting to develop. You got Kevin Coleman, Jordan Malcolm starting to move up, but Kevin Coleman just leaves Jordan Malcolm out there to dry and drops in behind Neil Strader.
Yeah, Neil and Kevin's raced before, so we'll see what happens. But that outside line is forming with 3 people, and here at Talladega, 3 cars is just as fast as 4 and 5, but 2 is not faster than 4 and 5. So them 2 that's sitting on the outside will definitely start falling back here.
Yeah, for sure. Now that they need to start side drafting to try and get these guys pulled back some, as you actually see the number 65 of Andrew Jamelin pick up on that third row, or that second row there, but he dips in behind Christian Strader there.
Yeah, it is. It is a tragedy for sure because that outside line can get fast here, but these guys, as we have another caution, Cody Kern is involved.
Cody Kern, Rod Sizemore, Ken Knights, Alex Martin as well.
Let's go back and take a look at it. Oh, it looks like just a chain reaction wreck there between Rod Sizemore, Cody Kern, Alex Martin. Number 4 car has got heavy damage.
And we got Eddie in the chat saying his money's on the 00 of Kevin Coleman, who's currently sitting in that second position.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and say Coleman's going to win because you got Neil Strader sitting on his inside. He's sitting in, I think he's actually sitting in third. Kevin Coleman's going to be sitting in third. Neil Strader sitting in second. But it does look like we have some guys going into pit here. Maybe. Nope. There was a little fake out by Neil Strader there, but nothing happened in there. Cody Kern, Alex Martin. I've exited pit road. Ken Knights is still sitting on pit road, and I think Sizemore, that was his second accident of the evening. So his night may be over tonight. I'm laughing because I was reading this chat. As Coach Mose says, maybe if you would accept Jesus into your life, you fools wouldn't quit wrecking and let Jesus take that wheel, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. We gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And somebody bet $5,000 on Kevin Ross to win tonight. So if he doesn't win, my life is completely ruined. So, Calvin, I don't want to put that weight on your shoulders, but you might want to win tonight.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of moving to do, though. Calvin Ross currently sits in that 10th position in his number 20 John Deere green style car. But that's not a John Deere car, though. That's still a Brownie's car. I think he may be showing out for his throwback race. And while we're under caution, let's talk about that. On September 20th, the Charlotte race, we will be having throwback night. These guys are going to be taking it all the way back to when NASCAR was still racing against the law, running moonshine. These guys can pick any throwback paint they want to race, and they'll be on track with it. Now, here's the fun part for you as fans. On our Instagram page, and Jacob, if you will, post that into the chat for people if they don't know what our Instagram page is. Our Instagram will have these cars posted on there starting on Thursday. Now, it is up to you guys, the fans, to pick the best car in the entire group. And we will basically eliminate people each week up until we get to the final race. When we have the final 4 cars in the competition, we will vote on it live during the race on September 20th. And the winner... The winner of that competition, voted by you, the fans, will win $20 in iRacing credit and a W Energy starter pack. Now that is sponsored by W Energy, obviously, and so they'll get the taste of our one of our primary sponsors. So,
and it's some great stuff.
Yeah, it is for sure. That's why most of our flags is presented by W.
Now, for the fans, let's try and get a close-up on that hood of the number 20 car, if we can.
Oh, let me go to the number 25 car here. He's going to have a better view of it. I can't zoom in. That's as far as I can get to it.
Needs to close the gap a little bit between the 25 of himself.
Yeah, he does. I think he heard us.
Yeah.
The face of another satisfied Killer Brownie company customer.
Yeah, I'm actually getting word on the radio. He's talking to the guy in front of him saying, hey, slow down. They want to get a picture of the hood. There we go. Just for you guys.
That Instagram channel will be where we have the throwback contest, so make sure you keep a lookout on that Instagram channel, and we will be talking about it each week up until September 20th. Rob, I actually love throwback. When NASCAR went to Darlington at the especially this year, and they threw out the throwback cars, man, I fell in love with Corey LaJoie's Marty Robbins car, 777. Yeah. One of the best looking cars on the track. So if anybody will drive that this week coming up or out on September 20th, you instantly are going to win in my vote, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, we'll
in my
see.
opinion, I can't vote because the fans are voting. Right?
That's true. All right, fair enough. Well, we're about to get green.
About to get green. Alex Witt's going to lead us down. Neil Strader is on that outside. Nelly, please don't jump. Please don't jump. But you're going to be leading that outside line. Let's see if that outside line can get a move on. We're back green here at Talladega.
As Nelly jumps to the inside. It looks like Kevin Coleman gave him a little bit of room so he could hop in there.
Yeah, it does look like that for sure. As these guys round out turns number 2, I mean. These guys are still tight packed, but it's about, look how they're only racing 3 cars at a time here. But that outside line is picking up steam, and the guys behind the inside line are picking up steam as well with Christian Schrader. So we got a race on our hands now. We have halfway to go in the first stage.
As
we're
they
three
take
wide.
it 3 wide. Going through the tri-oval.
They're three wide, but they're starting to close it in here as number 25 makes the pass on the 33 car and gets right upside the door of the number 26 and Neil Schrader. The 594 car is still leading, but the number 35 car of Jordan Malcolm from Australia is still leading, still leading that outside lane there. But we do have some people mixing up here in the back. Oh, as we get a little crazy up front, 2, 3, almost 4 wide in the front. We got some heavy pushing going on right now behind the Daniel Mitchell's number 25 car there.
As it looks like Kevin Coleman has stepped outside.
Kevin Coleman will lead that outside line. Looks like the 33 is going to tuck it back inside behind Christian Schrader there. And the number 11 car.
Daniel Mitchell is pushing Kevin Coleman right now. Kevin Coleman is currently leading. But is he going to have enough? Coming out of 2.
Oh, as the 35 gets a little loose.
Enough.
But is he going to hang his help out to dry here? That's something that you have to worry about. Hey, Kevin Coleman is going to take his help inside. But his help is going to leave him, and the number 25 car being pushed by the number 35 car is going to potentially lead lap number 18 here.
Yeah, so these guys are starting to push, and Daniel Mitchell is currently leading.
He will lead this lap by barely by a hundredth of a second. Number 4 car in the back there. That's Rod Sizemore. He did get hung out right there, it looked like.
Looks like they're getting a little squirrely in behind Jordan Malcolm there.
Yeah, they don't really know what lane they want. They're trying to just...
as Calvin makes it 3 wide. He's got a little bit of help from Noel Hanna.
As Alex Witt makes it 2 wide up front. These guys are 3 wide, but it's all over the track. Giving everybody enough room here going 3 wide, but that outside line, if they can get the momentum, Calvin Ross may be leading this race in a matter of laps here. Fans go crazy in the chat for it. As Daniel Mitchell goes high on that 3rd lane, it looks like Alex Witt will take that position back, but it's 3 wide between 0035 and the 20 car, Calvin Ross, as they come off of turn 2.
Like the number 17 of Andrew Almquist got shuffled out of that bottom line.
And Calvin Ross is leading right now by almost a 10th. How long can he hold it? I wouldn't say you're financially secured yet, Coach. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Not yet.
We got a long time to go left in this race. We got 10 laps to go right here at the line in the first stage. Now, the stage may end if we're around lap 30 and a caution comes out. So we will let you know if that happens. Looks like Alex Witt's going to be leading, but the 00 car, Kevin Coleman, is going to be making the pass on the outside there. As Christian Schrader gets a little loose.
We got them bobbing and weaving in behind Kevin Coleman there. Oh, a little bit of contact between Calvin Ross and Kevin Coleman.
Yeah, Kevin Coleman takes it down low to save his car.
They're able to keep him straight. But Alex Witt is going to push the hell out of Kevin Coleman here. But as we come to the line, Calvin Ross is going to lead this race right now.
And he has led a lap. And Calvin Ross is going to get hung out to dry there in the middle. He's going to fall back to the number 7 of Noah Hanna, but we're 3 wide between 65, 20, and 17. And we are all over the track here, coming down to turns number 3 and 4.
Oh, this is when it gets dicey.
3 wide, Nelly up top pushing Alex Ross. I'm sorry, Alex Witt. Alex is going to come down, and the 25 is going to grab the number 26 car. We're 3 wide, 25, 26, and 29. 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. There's no help up top for Nelly. Oh, there's one car, the number 17.
A little bit of contact between Jordan Malcolm and Nelly there. He's trying to side draft off of him.
And it just ain't working too good as Nelly's getting hung out the dry on that high line. Calvin Ross pushing number 35 of Malcolm. Kevin Coleman getting a heck of a push by Christian Schrader in the number 29 car. Eddie Baker, go crazy in the chat, man. Your man may be leading here soon. He is leading as of right now. But it's by a gnat's ass. And I can say that because we're in Alabama.
They're getting dicey there between the 25 of Daniel Mitchell and the 594 of Alex Witt. But he's able to maintain.
Yeah, he's been able to maintain that front position all night long, but you know he's using a lot of fuel right now, but the strategy for fuel is not necessarily something they're looking into right now because as the number 23 car is moving back, he's off the pace now. 23 fell below the line back there. We are 2 wide coming into turns number 2, and which line is fastest right now as number 25 leaves Alex Witt. Alex Witt's going to get shuffled back, and number 25 and Daniel Mitchell is going to lead part of this lap as Calvin Ross makes the move outside to help Alex Witt. Now it's Alex Witt, Calvin Ross, and Neil Nelly Strader. Nelly looking to have a third lane pop up. The number 17 come behind him, but it ain't going to do much. Calvin Ross is going to make it 3 wide. 26, 35, and the number 20 car are 3 wide right now going in turns number 1. 6 to go at the line here. This is lap number 25. These guys are rolling.
Speeds of almost 200. Well, speeds we've seen of 207 miles an hour is the fastest.
Look at him 3 wide going across right there on the crank it up cam. It's just crazy. And now Nelly is getting a little side draft off of Kevin Coleman, but he doesn't have help, so he will fall back to this inside line here. Kevin Coleman comes outside. So does 29. Calvin Ross is looking for something as Noel Hanna comes up on him in the number 7 car. But the number 17 car is going to take it. Andrew Almquist is going to take it to the inside and join that bottom line. And Nelly has been shuffled out to the back. He's going to fall in behind that low line.
As Kevin Coleman drops down to try and side draft off these guys to help pull it back. But now he's going to be left in that middle.
Oh, 4 wide.
Oh,
4 wide in the contact. Nelly's going down pit road backwards. Wow. Let's go back and look at that. And this may be the stage break.
It should be.
Looks like the wreck had already started. Kevin Coleman was involved there. Let's go up here to the Coleman. Let's see if we can grab something.
Looked like the 29 of Chris and Strader caught the wall and then come down.
Was actually he was actually getting pushed by Alex Witt, grabbed Coleman. Nelly goes to avoid. He grabs the 17 car. He gets spun around backwards down the pits. No damage collected there. There was doesn't look like a lot of damage on any of these cars.
No.
Looking at the replay here, I mean it sucks for the guys that were up front, but this is where we're saying anything can happen when it comes to these wrecks because now Daniel Mitchell is leading behind Jordan Malcolm.
Yeah, so I am getting word that this is the stage break.
This is a stage break. Awesome. Well, with that being said, guys, these guys are going to go down pit lane, and we are going to see you in about a minute. We're going to take you side by side. Don't miss the action. We're back here soon. All right, Rob, you know what time it is, don't you?
I do.
It is question of the day time, and I have a good one set up for you. This revolves to IRL, today's racing in NASCAR. It revolves team owners. Now, here's the question. Make sure you look at the poll here and answer, but I'll go ahead and tell you what the question is. Which NASCAR team owner used to coach in the NFL, and he also has a couple of Super Bowls? Rick Hendricks, Joe Gibbs, Richard Petty, or Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let us know in the comment, or let us know here which one you think it is. Seeing most people are voting already, so just let us know. You can let us know in the poll that we have set up or in the comments. So a lot of people are voting, and we'll give you guys the right answer here as soon as we go to get off of turn 4 with one to go here. Their question is, which NASCAR team owner also coached, so like the individual person, also coached in the NFL? He also won a few Super Bowls. Joe Gibbs, Rick Hendricks, Richard Petty, or Dale Earnhardt Jr.? These guys are now lined up, 2 to go. So you have about a corner and a half, and a backstretch to go before I tell you guys the right answer. A lot of guys are commenting so far. I like it. The question is, and if you're just trying to get me to repeat the question, I'll do it because I love you guys. Which NASCAR team owner, one individual person, was also an NFL coach? Joe Gibbs, Rick Hendricks, Richard Petty, or Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Yep, no problem, buddy. And as we hit the front stretch here, I will give you the right answer. If Jeopardy music was not copyrighted, I'd be playing that right now. And just FYI, Hannah Montana's leading the race. They're going to bring us down to the green. So,
Yep. Yeah. Is mayonnaise an instrument? I mean, technically it could be.
hey, I know what is an
Depending on the
instrument.
What's that?
I can't tell you. It's rated R. All right, the right answer is Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs was an NFL coach. He won a few Super Bowls, and he actually coached the Washington Redskins when they were called the Redskins back in the 90s. So that is the correct answer. Brock Wright is going to be leading that that inside line, and Daniel Mitchell's leading that inside line. Brock Wright, will you take a screen, please?
Other way around.
No, it's
Brock
not.
Reich's on the inside. Daniel Mitchell's on the outside.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you had it switched.
Whatever.
But all right. Anyways, Brock Reich gets off to a massive jump, but that outside line is coming quick. So Calvin, if you're listening, you know, if you do not win, somebody's marriage is on the line.
Yeah, and I want to talk about these pit out positions. Nelly had a bad pit out position. He ended up back in the back with Christian Strader. But Kevin Coleman's already up to 11th here after the accident that he was in. And these guys are already 3 wide up here in the middle of the pack.
Well, and they're getting squirrely again.
Oh, as Alex Witt has to go on the outside because the number 33 stuck his nose in there. That's Ethan Marlowe there taking the position. It looks like people are going to start hanging Alex Witt there out to dry as Jordan Malcolm is going to start leading that very outside lane. But Noah Hanna is going to be coming to the back end of the 594 car, getting that third lane going as we come out of turns number 2.
Oh, contact!
Contact.
And around.
Everybody scatters, and it looks like people are getting through. Jordan Malcolm's involved. Alex Witt's involved. That's going to hurt his chances if he can't get back up there for a champion in the championship points. That is caution number 5 for this evening. And Jordan Malcolm's got a lot of damage on his Ford Mustang there. Was he the pilot?
Yeah.
Thought so. I seen
Was it?
I just seen Bo on the side of his car.
No, you're thinking of the other series.
Okay.
Although he very well could be. We don't know.
Very well. Daniel
I mean,
Mitchell's going to be your leader.
He's an Aussie, so.
Yeah. What is that even supposed to mean?
He's an Aussie. He lives on an island where everything tries to kill you. Wouldn't you want to fly a plane to get the hell out of there? I know I would.
Touche. Touche.
I'm probably going to get yelled at.
Oh, you're going to get yelled at. Hey, I'm not even going to be involved in that one. Jordan, I literally try to protect you there, brother. Just saying. Try to stand up for you between the big mean Canadian. They're not all nice as they say they are.
Oh, no, we're not.
Because Rob's a dick.
Yeah, 100% I am. I'll admit it. Canadians are said to be nice. We're not.
Let's go back and take a look at that accident.
It's a facade.
Oh, is that what it is? Let's go back and take a look at the accident here. Alex Witt's around. Just everybody's kind of scattering at this point. As you see, the 594 car, Alex Witt's riding backwards right now. Kevin Coleman does a good job of avoiding everything. I think Neil Strader did a good job too. Let's go back and ride along with Neil Strader. I'd say he did a pretty good job.
Yeah. So I guess some fun facts about Kevin Coleman. He was once in a Papa Roach cover band.
Oh my
and
God.
Also once owned a 400,000 mile Ridgeline, which is, I mean, it is a Honda, so they're impossible to kill, but
Touche.
as long as you feed them oil, they're fine.
I mean, you're right. You're not wrong here. And it looks like Cody Kern has went into pit road here. He's currently sitting on pit road, and he may have a lot of damage there from that accident.
And apparently pulled a Tommy Lee and went viral on Snapchat. I don't even want to know. Eddie, I'm not even going to ask.
I don't think I know of Tommy Lee going viral is him with a girl.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. Is that the same one that went with Trump?
No.
Oh, okay. Fix that. That's a weird turn of events.
Sad thing is Pamela Anderson's Canadian. But
Oh.
yeah.
I know somebody else that's Canadian too that kind of acts like Pamela Anderson.
I'll read the recent Tommy Lee news. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm good. Is that a pregnant lady? In the chat? Is that?
Oh, okay. So yeah, he posted what no girl wants to receive.
If Coleman wins this, I'm gonna ask him about his eggplant pick. All right, for everybody else in the chat that's a little like, kind of like, who is Eddie Baker? Who is Kevin Coleman? They were in another league that we broadcasted for, and they're really good friends of ours. So seeing them in this league with us just really warms our heart. Rob, we're one to go here. So
We are.
And
we'll start filing out here soon.
catch up. We're already doing that.
I am caught up.
Are you though?
I am. How many leagues do we broadcast for? We currently broadcast for 2 leagues.
Yep, 2 current leagues. One's a road course league on tomorrow night, and then
the Brooks Rub Cup on Tuesday nights.
Yep. As Daniel Mitchell's gonna hold everybody back once that pace car comes off. He's looking to get a jump on these guys, but really jumps here at Talladega don't mean nothing.
Yeah. Now, I do have to say, okay, Eddie Baker has taught me everything I know about super speedways. Because he told me one time, if you lift, I will turn you. And guess what? I did not lift one time during that race.
Yeah, and that was his first ever race of that league. Rookie. He was rookie. You know, he was a baby. Pooping baby poops. You know, I mean, he was green, and led most of the race.
Yeah, I led quite a bit of that race, surprisingly.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. I think it's there.
Should be.
I was with Ben Martin that night. That was Ben Martin's first debut broadcasting.
Yeah, that was the good old Daytona. As the pace car dips off, and Daniel Mitchell is going to bring us to green.
Yep, the number 22 car of Ethan Marlowe, Brock Wright, is going to be holding back that outside line, and well, we'll be going green here as soon as Daniel puts his foot on the floor.
Well, he's got to wait until the Geico Restart zone, and here we go. And it looks like Brock Reich actually got the jump on him.
Yeah, it did. I think they're waiting for the green flag here. Most of these guys are. As we're 2x2 entering turns number 2 here. These guys are going to start filing out here, hopefully getting something going on that top line there as we can see Kevin Coleman kind of making a little dip in the back, but we do have some pushing going on between number 65 and 22, pushing Brock Wright to the lead. Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll see.
The biggest thing with these lines is whichever one can organize the best. is usually the faster. If you have people bobbing and weaving, it slows you down. So whichever lane can organize the best is awesome. But as it looks like Neil Strader is going to take it to the middle there, and he only got Alex Witt behind him, but is that going to be enough? Oh, he does have another car. Number 35 is going to stay up high there.
Yeah. We are currently 3 wide in the back.
Kevin Coleman, Neil Strader, the number 17. We're technically 4 wide here. And Neil Strader is going to pull in right behind the number 7 car. Actually, he's going to pull down below the number 7 car as Noah Hanna. Basically, they just swap positions there. Number 22 is falling back. He's creating the 3rd lane, and the 88's around.
Ooh, Jordan Malcolm was caught up in that.
That's a big wreck. That's a big one.
That's the big one.
That's a big one.
Alex Martin, Calvin Ross, Anthony Rattle, Alex Witt, Oscar Henson, Andrew Almquist. It looks like Christian Strader as well. Maybe Ken Knight.
Did you just see this number 17 car get air there?
I did.
Ken Knights was involved in that, you said?
Do believe so. Yeah, he's got some heavy front end damage there.
Oh yeah, he got it from rear end in the number the emo girl car. I don't really know the name of it. The I forgot who drives that car.
The number 94 of Alex Martin.
Yeah, Alex Martin. Kevin Coleman make it through that wreck okay?
It does look like he did. I don't see any damage on that car.
Yeah, it happened right
Looked
behind
like it
him.
happening behind him, yeah.
Gonna go right along with the number 23 car there. They were a little wild there in their pursuit to get around these guys. It's Cody Kern. Let's ride along with Cody Kern here. If I can find we'll just do this right here. We're going to bring this one back because he didn't let off of it the entire time here. We're going to ride along. You can see the wreck happening in front of him, and he just hammers down. He sees it, trying to gauge where he needs to go, doesn't collect anybody, and gets through without any problems.
That's some Days of Thunder stuff right there.
I tell you
Cars
what.
going every which way, just hammer down and get through it.
I got to watch that movie again. And our man Armin Brusso is up to 2nd right now.
Yeah, I don't think he went into the pits like everybody else. So Daniel Mitchell, Kevin Coleman stayed out. I believe Rod Sizemore stayed out.
Yeah, I don't think our pit information has updated yet. But good job by good job by Cody Kern there. Cody Kern is actually shown to be he's coming out of the pits now, so he is currently a lap down. We do have a few cars a lap down tonight. I think maybe. Is anybody a lap down?
Ooh.
No. Cody Kern is catching up now. So.
Yeah, he's on the lead lap now.
And Alex Martin and Alex Witt are still in pit road. Well, let us know, guys. Do you want to continue doing the question of the day I enjoy doing it. I think I think it creates some interaction with you guys. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy it. Whew. I'm gonna just take a breather here because this Talladega race was exactly what I thought it would be.
Yep. It's exciting. I mean, every time we come to a super speedway is like this. So
I feel like I'm watching Cops right now.
yeah, you a little sweaty.
A little bit. These guys have pitted, so fuel shouldn't be an issue. Coleman is going to be starting in that third position right behind Mitchell there. Brusso starting on that outside, leading the outside. Nelly has avoided all the big ones tonight. You guys want to know more about us? Well, I've got about a half a lap, so I'll tell you about myself. And Rob, if we have another one, you can do the same thing about yourself. How about that?
Alrighty, sounds good.
Well, I was a paramedic for about 6 years. Got out of it, picked up this as a hobby. Now I just draw blueprints for AT&T. That's kind of boring job, but it pays the bills. But iRacing's my hobby. I got into it probably about a year and a half ago, and I've never looked back. I've always been a big fan of racing ever since I was little. So it's been fun for me to get on here and broadcast, and I was actually surprised how much interaction that we actually do with you, with just how much interaction we pick up, and people like listening to us. I sound like a dying whale for sure.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I have people, mind you, they are Canadian, so they've never heard a Southerner's accent, but they like the accent.
Okay, well, maybe the accent that people like, but I'm starting to learn how to play guitar, and I can sing a little bit when I want to. So, but that's gonna have to come with a different time. I got to have a few tequilas in me. Rob, take a screen.
All right, as we come to the Geico Restart Zone, Daniel Mitchell is going to bring us green, followed by Kevin Coleman in behind him with Armand Brusso on that outside line.
And that outside line did not have anything for that, as Kevin Coleman takes that inside position or that outside position, and he's actually going to overtake Daniel Mitchell there. That was a heck of a jump. I thought I seen a blue flame.
Maybe.
We do both. We race and we commentate. As Kevin Coleman is now our leader, thanks Eddie Baker. But it looks like the number 11 car of Armand Brusso is going to get a big jump there and take that position back. Oh, Kevin Coleman goes
Kevin
around.
Coleman goes around.
No caution flag out yet. No caution flag out yet. And we stay green. I'm not sure what happened on that. We're going to actually go back and look as soon as we can. That was, well, I think number 4 just got in there and hooked him a little bit.
Yeah, being a little aggressive, and somebody got turned, but I mean, it's Talladega, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Now Kevin's going to wait for that caution flag to fly because we know it's going to. Nelly's going to get a little forced off there by the number 4 car. The number 4 car is Rod Sizemore, who has made his way back up to that second position.
Now, Andrew, how about we give the fans what they want and crank it up?
Y'all want to crank it up? You want to hear the vibrations of Talladega? I think I can handle that. We'll do it at the start-finish line right here as long as we make it there. You ready, Rob?
Yes, sir.
And that Crank It Up camera was brought to you by JP Alfonso Studios. Go check him out in Northwest Georgia. Or Northeast Georgia, I mean. He's an awesome, awesome tattoo artist. As Armin Brusso is now our leader.
Yeah. Followed by Rod Sizemore and Neil Strader. He's moved his way all the way from the back.
Oh, look at the push by Rod Sizemore there on Armin Brusso. He got in there, and he didn't even take him to dinner.
He didn't even pull his hair.
I know, right? Thanks for making it rated R.
Hey, that's not rated R. People can say what they want, and the way the other people take it is up to them.
That's right. So Armin Brusso is leading right now. Rod Sizemore's pushing him without even taking him out to dinner. The number 21 car of Anthony Rattle is pushing Neil Strader. Neil Strader is trying to fall in behind the number 4 car, but it looks like Neil Strader is going to bounce to that outside. Was looking into bouncing to the outside, but it looks like Daniel Mitchell is going to have a heck of a run there on that outside lane with 4 cars pushing, or 3 cars pushing.
Yeah. Now Neil might be sticking his nose out just because his temps may be getting up there. So
nope, he's going to take that high side. Oh, and Daniel Mitchell didn't like it. Daniel Mitchell wants to lead, and looks like Neil Strader is going to be falling back now. Oh, there's a collection.
Oh,
Everybody's
Calvin
around.
Ross. 65 of Andrew Jamelin.
Oh, Ethan Marlowe has heavy damage on his Ford Mustang there. Calvin Ross didn't look like he had a lot of damage, but he will have enough damage to keep him from keeping up speed unless he does have a quick repair available. But that was a heck of a move. Now let's go back. We're going to look at this wreck here in just a second. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Kevin Coleman. Kevin was already out right there. Let's go back a little bit more. So Kevin Coleman's going to be the 00 Wawa car right there up front. And it looks like Daniel Mitchell just couldn't get up there, had a run, couldn't slow down, and just grabbed the corner and spun him. He did a good job keeping it off of everybody right there. And we'll see where he sits after his pit stops now. But let's go back and take a look at this big wreck that happened in the back here. It looks like Daniel Mitchell was also involved in that one. Calvin Ross is right there. Let's go back one more time and take a look at it from Calvin's perspective. Calvin's the number 20 car. Looks like Neil come up, and Daniel Mitchell was not clear. And that's Daniel Mitchell's, I would call him the one at fault for that, but he just didn't have anywhere to go there.
Yeah, that's a tough break for them all.
And Calvin Ross has got heavy damage. Maybe he's not on pit road very long. And whoever put $5,000 up for Calvin Ross to win, I got $20 in my back pocket. I'll ship your way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help at all, but Armin Brusso is still our leader as we enter the final stages of the race. We went 60 laps. We have 15 to go. Rob, you still got who you got?
Yeah. I mean, you can't switch midway. You just can't.
Yeah. You are right. You can't switch midway, but it did look like Kevin got some. Kevin's going to be looking for revenge now on Daniel, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would call it just a racing move that what happened on when he got spun, but he did a good job keeping his car clean and keeping it off the wall. Only thing he did was flat spot his tires a little bit. I mean, you can get them changed out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, guys,
All right, so
we are less than 15 laps. Everybody in the chat, it has shaken up a little bit, or it has been shaken up a little bit. So, who do you got?
And as you guys are entering that, you know, you want to hear more about us? Well, me myself, I'm an 8-year military veteran. You know, I did that, got injured some, dealt with that, got out, and now I just kind of, you know, chill. Work in a warehouse right now. Do something easy, and you know, it's just you know how I do. I picked iRacing up in May of this year, I think it was. Yeah, May of this year, right around when we started broadcasting, and it's just been an amazing journey thus far, and can't wait to see where it takes me.
Yeah, he actually got in because I asked him to hop on and start spotting me, and then we had a generous sponsorship happened that really, I guess, boosted our stuff, because iRacing is expensive, and our first sponsorship really helped us out with that. So,
Yeah.
we can't thank JP enough for his sponsorship in our first season of broadcasting.
Yeah.
So, but I did see a question if I raced or if we raced, or we just commented or did commentary. We do both. I actually just joined a first responder league for veterans first responders that I'm not going to really talk about too much, but I joined them. I'll start racing with them next week, and we'll have a conversation about it after I get my first race in. So.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I'm not the best racer out there, but I love these new cars. I even love driving them. A lot of people sit there and say they just suck, but I don't know. They're fun. They're more of a challenge. What do you think, Rob? What do you think about the new cars?
I mean, I like them. I like the Gen 6 cars a little bit more than what I do these. But I mean, these aren't terrible.
These definitely have more of a challenge.
Now, if you put me on a super speedway, I prefer the next gen cars, just because, you know, when you're in the Gen 6 cars and you're going, and you know you're in fourth gear and you're nearly peaking the engine, you just want to, you know, click up into the next gear, but you don't have one.
Yeah, these cars actually, when NASCAR moved to these cars, this is the first time a NASCAR sanctioned car, the Cup Series, has actually been 5 gears, and they also are sequential shifts. They don't have a actual H pattern gearbox anymore, so that makes it a lot different too. Armin Brusso is going to be our leader tonight for the 12th lap, 13th lap, I guess you could, or not, sorry, I'm getting for 13 to go. Armin, take a screen, please, because I'm tired of talking about me. I want to talk about the race. Let's go. I actually did that perfect.
Yeah, you did.
Armin does a great job here. Looking through the field. Armin does a great job. Gets a heck of a jump on that outside line. The number 35 car, Jordan Malcolm, does have a slight damage on his left side. Will that affect him on aero? We'll see. It doesn't look like it's going to be too much of a... Oh! As we have contact, everybody spins, everybody slides, and everybody's around. Who all got through that? I couldn't tell. Ken Knight's around. The 88 of Oscar Henson's around. He didn't avoid this one. Looks like Daniel Mitchell may have gotten involved there big time. Let's go back and look at it from Daniel Mitchell's point of view.
If God forgives you of your sin for every second you watch of racing, well, I am very grateful then. That's all I can say. That's all I'm going to say.
It looks like it was actually the number 21 car of Anthony Rattle that got involved with it there. Looks like there was a push from... oh, nope, that was netcode. From my point of view, there was no... Let me go back and look at it from this. I'm going to go back and look at it piece by piece here. Yeah, that was netcode by the number 25 and the number 21 car, so no fault should be given to anybody for that one. Netcode all day long, but Daniel Mitchell did get the short end of the stick as he collects heavy damage on his right front. Robert, you seen the same thing from your end?
Yeah, it does look like that. I'm just gonna see if I can pull that up again here.
And these last 10 laps are going to be interesting to see who actually wins this race, you know? As of right now, Armin Brusso would be our winner in his chairs for Gaiman number 11 Mustang GT. Calvin Ross is sitting on pit road right now. And we're just going to run through the top 10 real quick. Armin Brusso is going to be our leader when we come off of this this caution here. In that second position is going to be Christian Strader. In that third position, it's going to be the number 7 car of Noel Hanna. In that fourth position is Brock Reich in his Hannah Montana number 22 Toyota Camry. The 17th car is going to be in that fifth position. Jordan Malcolm is going to be in that sixth position. Rod Sizemore is going to be in the number 7 position. 8th is going to be Neil Nelly Strader. In 9th is going to be Cody Kern. And in 10th is going to be Ken Knights. He's got a lot of damage on the hood of that car. I wonder how much aero damage that's actually going to be able to affect him.
I don't know. These next gen cars, the slightest bit of damage slows you down a hell of a lot. So.
Yeah, and he's got damage all around that car, front, back.
Yeah, so when I went back and looked at it, yeah, that was 100% net code there.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, that's all about virtual racing, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to take a second to brag on myself, Rob, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I painted that car right there, the number 26 car of Nelly Strader.
Yep.
I did a good job. I think I did a good job anyway.
You did.
I mean, it looks good. Black, gray, red. Has his uncle's company on there as a sponsor. Guts Wear. So that's real. That's real, by the way. Like, that's not. I thought it was fake, but it's real. So.
Well, I mean, you've done some great work. I mean, even the cars that we show in the beginning screen, you painted both of those, and you know, I'm hoping that you know, maybe I can get in that league you're talking about and show off you know, my Canadian Forces inspired car.
Yeah, I did do a good job there on that one. I will say that one was tough, but I did it.
The fans are saying they want to try and get a close-up of the side of Calvin's car. I don't know if we can squeeze that in.
Let me see here. 21. I got something. Let's see if we can do it this way. There it is. As far as it's going to get. Hey, Calvin, move up a little bit. There it is. Oh, almost there. I think you heard me.
I think so.
All right, there it is, guys. What does that say? Barry, California, Ferris Bueller, Mo Lester. Hold on. Those names are familiar. It's a bad day to be a beer with Calvin here. I love that. I love that.
Love it.
It's a bad day to be a beer if Calvin's here. I love that. Christian Strader's going to be leading that outside row. The inside row is going to be the number 11 Armin Brusso for the third times, it seems. But I don't know if they're going to be the one to win it all. We will see. We got about 10 laps to go here. And we could see a green, white, checkered.
We could.
We got 9 to go, 8 to go with the line. As Armin Brusso is going to bring him down, is he going to get a big jump, or is Christian Strader going to get a big jump? Here we go. We have less than 10 to go here at Talladega.
It looks like Armand Brusso got the jump on Christian Strader, but that inside line is all broken up, so that outside line has the momentum behind them. As Noel Hanna jumps up to that outside line and leaves Armand Brusso out to dry.
Yep, and his spotter's yelling at him, you're too far ahead, you're too far ahead. They're going to come get a run. So he's going to start braking and pulling back to that to Andrew Almquist there and the number 17 car. And it looks like 22 and 35 is going to dive down with Noel Hanna. Neil Strader is going to pull up behind Christian Strader, no relation there. And it looks like the number 13 car of Ken Knights is going to be pulling in behind Neil Strader with Kevin Coleman pushing on his rear end. Got two pretty big lines formed here, but a third one may develop at any time. We have 7 to go here at the line at Talladega.
Yeah, so this outside line is going to have to organize properly as Noel Hanna jumps to that outside line.
Yep, and it looks like a third line maybe trying to form up top there.
Almost some contact between Calvin Ross and Ken Knights there.
Yep, and they're getting really tight right there in the middle. They all just kind of dive out. They didn't like what they saw there. Looks like Christian Strader's going to go on the outside. Nelly is going to go on the outside. Kevin Coleman's on the outside. We have a third lane being formed up there, entering turns 3 and 4. Brock Reich is still our leader in that inside lane. He is the leader overall in the race, but that outside lane right now is being led by Armin Brusso. But it looks like Christian Strader and the Straders are going to move up high there to get around them as Armin Brusso's around.
Calvin Ross did not get out of that. And it looks like the rear right tire actually got pushed up there.
Yeah, they can get that repaired pretty quickly under caution. But he got to get back to pit road. Oh, he can't get it turned around.
And Armand Brusso is actually missing his right front. Well, it's still there, but it's just jammed underneath the car.
Yeah, that ain't rolling. Oh, his rear end is screwed. His pull tire is gone. Calvin Ross is having to tow. There he goes. Fastest pit crew ever known. Fastest tow truck ever to know.
Well, it's not the fastest. It'll get you off the track fastest, but it takes them forever to deliver you.
No, it takes them forever to unhook you. And my man Nelly, really your man, because you had him winning tonight, is sitting in a pretty good spot in 4th.
Yeah, he's got Kevin Coleman in 5th. So they may be able to link up again and make a push for the front.
Yeah, we shall see here. That outside lane was developing pretty well, and like I said, it's whichever line can get in there and stay organized. The more unorganized they are, the more the air is bouncing around, and you just don't get any help there. So. Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna take a second. Rob, you want to take over for just a second? I'm gonna go get me a little sip of my drink here.
Yeah, I got some Dr. Pepper. I'm drowning down right now because, my God, I don't think we've talked this much in a broadcast in forever, and my throat is killing me right now. But we got 5 to go right now. So we may see a green-white checker here, depending on how these guys get around the track in the next few laps. Right now, as it stands, our top 10 is going to be Brock Reich, Jordan Malcolm, Christian Strader, Neil Strader, Kevin Coleman, Noel Hanna, Andrew Jamelin, Oscar Henson, Rod Sizemore, and Andrew Almquist.
I just want to point out and said somebody, Honorable Coach Sundance, has put in there. And Calvin, if you're watching and listening to this, I apologize for what's about to happen to you, but he is going to screw you in the rear end, in the year end. Year end?
Sure, should have been rear end.
Not gonna see the typo.
Yeah.
Got somebody asking about or talking about the number 26 on Neil Strader there. Mr. Bro 123. I don't know who that may be, but you know what? He's got a fan. I like it.
Yeah.
I like to see it. I know there's a lot of Calvin Ross fans that are upset. Calvin Ross is still sitting on pit road there. 3 minutes in. It does suck for him for sure, but that is also pit time too. So tow time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rack them up hopefully one more time and get us a checkered flag here. And Brock Wright sits in a good position, but really anybody in the top 5 sits in a good position.
Yeah, and Eddie even said he's going to be back next week, and you know what? I'm kind of excited for next week because you know where we're going?
Bristol Dirt, baby.
Bristol Dirt.
That's just a fun race. You don't even have to win that race to have fun. That's just a fun race to be at. Taking these next-gen cars dirt racing, if you've never seen it, it is a spectacle to watch.
It really is. As the lights on the pace car are off, and we're going to have Brock Reich bring us around to the green flag. Maybe for the last time. I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping this for the last time. This is considered a green-white checkered, so they'll have a green flag, a white flag, and a checkered flag if all goes well. Looks like Calvin Ross is still on pit road, unfortunately. Cody Kern is still on pit road, unfortunately. Alex Martin is off the pace. Alex Witt is off the pace. It's going to be down to the top 15 drivers up there right now. Brock Wright, Jordan Malcolm, Christian Strader, Neil Strader, Kevin Coleman, Noel Hanna, Andrew Jamelin, Oscar Henson, Armin Brusso, Rod Sizemore, Ken Knights, Andrew Almquist, Anthony Rattle, Ethan Marlowe, and Daniel Mitchell. They're all in the lead lap. So any of them in the top 15 could technically win this. But who is going to win it? Most of them have avoided the big one tonight. I will say most of them. Rod Sizemore, who has been involved in a few of them. It's sitting in a good position in 10th to win this race. We shall see who's going to win this race, as Brock Wright in the Hannah Montana 22 Toyota Camry will lead us down to the Geico Restart Zone, where he will have his lane choice and his pick inside that position to take us green. This is it. Green, white, checkered. Who's going to win it? We shall see as they enter the Geico Restart Zone right now. Where are they going to take off at? Nobody knows.
Right now.
That's it, right now. Christian Schrader gets a good little pull behind here. As that outside lane just don't have anything right now. The number 35.
Jordan Malcolm jumps up. Kevin Coleman was barely clear.
He is clear right now, and he's going to jump in behind, or jump in front of Neil Schrader, but Neil Schrader just lost all of his help. Oh!
Oh!
And they're around in the
they
back.
go again.
And they're going to rack them back up and try it again.
I think we're still green.
No,
Oh,
we're in
no,
the caution.
we're yellow. Okay. We'll try again.
Oscar Henson is out now. I'm not going to say out, but he was involved. Let's go back and take a look at it. Looks like just a bad push by the 17 there. Collects everybody really in the rear. Number 17 of Andrew Almquist got a bad hit there, and everybody just avoided what they could. Well, this will be green, white, checkered number 2. It's still anybody's game.
It really is.
I think that outside line needs to get a good jump here if they're going to have anything going, because it looks like everybody's diving on the inside, and I just think that these guys would have a better shot at a good finish here if we could get 2 and possibly 3 lanes going. But
Yeah.
like I'm saying, it's all who's going to be able to survive out of 19 drivers, and well, 14th through 19th on pit road right now.
Yeah, and just looking here, so Brock Reich's going to be followed by Kevin Coleman, who's going to be followed by Neil Schrader when we go back green. And, we know, Neil Schrader and Kevin Coleman are good at pushing. So,
Yeah, and they'll be right behind one another.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see for sure what's going to happen and see if that top line dissolves like we've seen many, many times here tonight.
Oh, man. So, Perry, California, if Calvin was to try that, he'd get black flag about 3 seconds into driving backwards and get taken off the track by iRacing.
Yeah, because I think it's, 500 feet driving backwards and you're disqualified?
Yeah, you're disqualified and pulled immediately.
Yeah.
Well, let's pull Neil Schrader down here. See what he's going to do to get up there to win.
All right, let's see if we can do that here. Nelly, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you. What's going on?
All right, well, second green, white checker here. What's your plan here to try and get to the front here tonight?
I really thought I was gonna be able to work with Kevin there. He came up high, let him in, and thought it could have taken us there. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out on this restart. Not really sure what's about to happen. So, but it's been a wild one. Very physically and mentally demanding. That's for sure. So.
Yeah.
See how it plays out.
So how have you avoided most of the wrecks tonight? I mean, we followed you along on a few of them, and you just happened to scoot right on by some of them. What I mean, it's just, I guess that's just luck, right?
Yeah, normally I don't get that lucky, but I don't know. Tonight I've kind of the awareness has just been there, and I've I've made the right moves. I guess you can call them lucky, but been lucky dodging some of those, and we've kept out of some of the big wrecks, and we still have both of our fast pairs. Not that it matters now, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've been charging to the front and been a lot of caution, so haven't really got momentum to make many moves, but we'll see what happens here on the restart.
Alrighty, well, as y'all get double file, you have a good last 3 laps, hopefully, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the race.
You and I both. Thanks, guys. Should be a good one.
We're gonna rack them up one more time. I think they only get 1 green, white checker for the BSC, so actually, I'm gonna go confirm that real quick. I think it's only 1 green, white checkered. I don't see it. Rob, do you see it real quick if this is the final green, white checkered?
Yeah, so it is the only green white checker. So they only get 1.
So this is it. This is it.
So
Whatever
the next flag will end it.
Yep, next flag will end it, no matter if it's white, yellow, or checkered. Well, checker will end anything, but white or yellow will end the race.
Well, white
Sorry.
won't.
White will not.
Checkered?
Yellow or checkered.
Checkered or yellow. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this endurance race off tomorrow. I'm a little worried.
Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about caution flags.
That's true. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow with the other group tomorrow. With the J2I series. They're doing an endurance series with LMP2 cars and IMSA. So if you're interested in that, we'll be live for a long time tomorrow night. So just jump in and just say hey, okay?
We'll be live, I believe, 8:45.
And it's an hour and a half race.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be a long one.
All right, Brock Wright, and the number 22 Toyota Camry. Can you get Toyota a win tonight? We shall see, because Christian Strader is going to be leading that outside lane, and he's going to be pushing hard. Kevin Coleman's pushing the number 22 on this restart. Let's make sure everybody gets their shifts the way they need to be right now, because the next flag ends the race, except for the white flag, obviously. Number 22 is going to bring us into the Geico Restart Zone, and we are green for the final time here at Talladega. It's been a long race as Brock Wright gets a good push there, but he is away from Kevin Coleman, so that may open the door for Kevin Coleman and Neil Strader to get something done here as they come on to Brock Wright now. That outside lane is a little more organized. Kevin Coleman's going to get a bump to number 22. Number 26 is going to be pushed in 00. And they're around. Coleman's around. No yellow flag yet. No yellow flag yet. Kevin Coleman's going to get pushed off.
Wrecking all over the place.
Anthony Rattle's the leader as of right now. Kevin Coleman, no yellow flag is out yet. This is it. White flag is in the air, ready to wave. Anthony Rattle, Kevin Coleman, Neil Strader pushing Coleman right now. Anybody could win this. This is the wreck in front of them. Oh, and they collect. Oh, Daniel Mitchell is leading right now. White flag is in the air, presented by JP Alfonso. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. That is the end of the race. They just have to make it back.
As it stands right now, it should be Daniel Mitchell, I believe Armand Brousseau, and then Kevin Coleman will be your top 3.
How did Daniel Mitchell get out of that? And they just got to cross the stripe here for it to be official. Holy crap. That was a heck of a finish. I wouldn't say the series, Racer Mom. I'm going to say this race just because it's Talladega. But the last few races we've been in, these guys have put on a heck of a show, especially the Las Vegas one. And Daniel Mitchell will come down to the line here and be our winner this evening. Daniel's in a lot of controversial positions tonight. I will say, Chevy getting a win here tonight.
Yep, I'm happy. So top 3 is going to be Daniel Mitchell, Armand Brousseau, and Noel Hanna.
Kevin Coleman's going to be finishing in that 5th position. Noel Hanna's in that 4th position. I'm getting Ken Knights in 3rd. I'm showing Daniel Mitchell, Armand Brousseau, Ken Knights, Noel Hanna, and Kevin Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure the officials have to go back in there and look at that a little bit better, but that's what I'm seeing as of right now. Let's go back and take a look at that. We're just going to watch that last green flag here all the way through. And we'll see all the events that happened. I'm going to ride along here with Daniel Mitchell. There's the first wreck that happened. Everybody kind of gets a little loose, but everybody stays okay. And then this right here happened. The bump by Daniel Mitchell here. Oh, he actually turns. I don't know if you just seen that or not, but he actually turns. It may have just been bumping, but it does look like he turned the number 65 of Jamelin there. And that caused the wreck that happened here in front. That's controversial. It's controversial for sure. But with that being said, as it sits, I mean the winner is Daniel Mitchell as of right now. That may change when points come in and the officials get to look at it, but
yeah.
Let's go talk to him.
Alrighty. We got Daniel Mitchell first here, so Daniel, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, that was a hell of a race. You know, you were involved in some incidents, and you know, you were able to manage to come first. So, how you feeling tonight?
I feel a little bad for Kevin and AJ. I know that last incident. I just looking at the replay right now. I tried going underneath. I showed I was going the middle. He came down, but I wasn't moving. We're going to white flag. I gotta go make my moves, especially coming from 10th. And unfortunately, that's what happened. And earlier in the race, when I got into the 00, that was just completely my fault. I told him that.
Yeah, it appears that it was just a racing incident there towards the end. You know, the end of the race, I mean, it's Talladega. You know, it's controversial every time people race here. They hear and here in Daytona. So, I mean, it was some people will call it a good move, some people call it a bad move. So, you know, chop it up as a win and take it on to the next race, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope that I don't make the same mistake next time. I was in the middle. I made my move. Unfortunately, coming to that last lap, you know how it is. Just yeah, too excited.
There you go. Well, you may have made some fans tonight, and you may have made some enemies tonight, but either way it goes, what do you want to say to your fans tonight or the enemies out there?
Well, to the fans, I love it. Nice. To the guys that are kind of annoyed, I mean, if you look at the replay, I made my move, he made his. That's what happened. That's unfortunate. That's how it goes.
There it is, guys. Daniel Mitchell, your winner here at Talladega tonight. Good job, Daniel. Let's go speak to Armin if he's available.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him. Armin, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
I got you loud and clear.
All right. Well, you know, it was a little bit of a caution fest, but you know, you were able to hold on to it and come out with second. So, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm happy. A little disappointed of how it ended. I couldn't see. We usually have a rule that if there's a 2-car crash, we'll throw to yellow. Nobody called it, and I couldn't see it. That's the downside of not having race control, so I didn't throw it. And then I was able to see the second one that happened, so I threw it there. But I'm disappointed, but happy at the same time.
This is your first top 3 and first podium of the season for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Good job. You definitely took your Cheers for Gaming Ford Mustang up there and put it in the second place position. So I'm sure the executives over at Cheers for Gaming will be happy for that. You led most part of the second stage. What was your secret? How'd you get up there and how'd you maintain it?
I just closed my eyes and put my foot to the floor and prayed that I stayed there. That's pretty much it. I wanted to hang out in the back the whole race, and people kept crashing. And then next thing I know, I was in first place, and I was scared, but it was fun.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to the radio chatter, and you know, someone was asking you a question. You're like, "Please stop talking to me."
Well, you definitely did a good job tonight maintaining what you had and getting through them wrecks. There definitely was some controversy on that last lap, so you may want to go back and take a look at it, just see what your thoughts were on it. But otherwise, you did a good job tonight. So, anything you got to say to your fans out there tonight?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. This means a lot to me to see almost 20 drivers on track and seeing close to 40 people in the stream. So thank you to everybody coming out. Thank you to my friends, family for watching. And that's pretty much it. I see there will be race control at Bristol because I am not doing Bristol dirt.
Well, it's fun. That's just you just get out there and you just saw the wood, you know, saw that steering wheel back and forth, and you just ride, man.
If there's a race that needs race control, it's Bristol dirt.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I will gladly sit back and push buttons for that one.
Alrighty, sounds good. All right, you know, Armand, it was great chatting with you, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you next week as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's bring Ken Knights up here.
Yeah, he is showing to be our third place on results, but the unofficial live timing shows it to be Noel Hanna. So we'll go off of the race results that they give us. So
yeah. So Ken, you get this is Rob in the booth. You got me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
All right. Well, you know, it was a hellish battle out there. But you know, according to what we're showing in iRacing, you came out with third, so you got to be feeling pretty damn good about that.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty lucky. I don't know how it happened, to be honest with you.
yeah, we're not sure either because technically Noel Hanna for us is setting in third. Fourth should have been Kevin Coleman. Fifth is Nelly Strader, and then you're sitting sixth according to our live timing. But the official results show you in third. So
yeah, That first scenario sounds more realistic to me.
But I mean, iRacing's gonna do what it does, man. So take the podium when you can get it, right?
Yeah, I will.
So how'd you do it? I mean, you did well all night long. You did get caught up in some incidents. So what happened in some of the incidents earlier on in the race?
Yeah, well, I'm an inexperienced driver. This is actually my first ever restrictor plate race, so I think I might have caused some of that carnage in the beginning, and then after that, I just tried to survive and stay out of everybody's way. And at the end, I somehow found a way to cut through all the carnage and survive through it.
It sounds like you pulled a Ross Chastain, to be honest with you.
Something like that. Yep.
Well, I mean, I got to give it to you because I know my first restrictor plate race was at Daytona, and I led, I don't know, probably 3/4 of that race, and then made a rookie mistake of not going in to get damage fixed. But that's another story for another time. But you did great, and you pulled out third from our official unofficial results. So congratulations. And are you going to be at Bristol Dirt next week?
I'm gonna try.
Hey.
Again, that'll be my first dirt race too.
Hey,
I've only been doing this for a month, so
I'll tell you this: Bristol Dirt's really easy, as long as you know throttle control. I was a dirt racer in iRacing before I went to the asphalt. Like, I've always loved asphalt, but I wanted to try the dirt out, and I actually moved up in the dirt series pretty fast. So I don't mind, helping you out in the future before we come up to Bristol. So just reach out to me.
all right.
We may be able to link up and get a little bit of practice going on there. So
I might do that.
And I'll give you the famous words of Doc Hudson. Okay, to turn left on dirt, you must turn right.
that is absolutely the truth. You may want to go watch Cars while you're at it.
Gotta go throw the car sideways. So
There it is. Well, finishing in third, Ken, you probably made a fan or two tonight because we had a lot of people watching. What do you got to say to them?
hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for enjoying. See you next week.
All right, couldn't said it better myself. So
That's how we ended tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been nuts. So we do appreciate it, Ken, and we hope to catch you next week as well.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
All right, and I'm gonna bring somebody in to talk for a minute here.
Oh, Lord. Where's the Calvin Ross fans at?
Kevin, this is Rob. If you got me,
This is Kevin.
We might not have him.
Mr. Kevin Coleman, Mr. Wawa. Oh,
I don't think
were you
going to
ask him about the Tommy Lee situation?
I was. I don't think we got him. So we'll have to catch him another time. But that brings an end to Talladega.
Talladega, folks.
It was a hell of a race, and I don't even know. I'm kind of flabbergasted, and
I'm not, and I'll tell you why. The end of this race, it went exactly how I thought it would, because as the sign says right here on screen, this is Talladega, and the type of racing we have here is exactly the way I thought it would be. These guys fought hard all night long. We had a total of 10 cautions tonight. 11 was the last one to bring out the checkered. And it was just a wild ride for everybody tonight. But there are a lot of positives from this race. But I want to say this about Talladega and Daytona, these types of tracks. These tracks give the little guys that are not doing well in points a chance to make it to the points, especially in IRL NASCAR, whereas a win, if you get a win throughout the regular season, you automatically make it to the playoffs. And Talladega did that for a lot of people IRL, and that's why they have tracks that are like this. They have 2 on the schedule, Daytona and Talladega for the regular season. The BSC only has 1, which is this track, and this gives the little guy like Armin Brousseau and Ken Knights a chance to make it, in points. So,
yep. All right, I have to do this. All right, just give me a minute here.
Oh Lord,
Calvin, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me, bud?
Got you good. How are you guys?
All right. Well, not too bad. I mean, you had a little bit of an upset there, and that rear drive tire kind of got shoved up into the quarter panel there, but I had to give the fans what they were screaming for, and that's the Brownie Man himself.
Well, I'm glad you have me back. I'm sorry I was a little bit of a disappointment today. It's not where I wanted to end up, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna say anything that I'm gonna regret later, but it was just a disappointing end of the race.
Yeah,
I could respect that. You know what? I could respect that.
Yeah. It was rough, and the fans loved the new car, and are we going to see it at Bristol Dirt next week?
I'm not sure. I need to talk to my sponsors and decide what we're going to be running, but there's a good chance you can see this again later in the season. I don't think it's a one-off.
All right, and I'm getting asked to ask you how you got the nickname The Fish.
Well, I have some really great friends. That's how I got that nickname. I don't think I can tell the rest of that story in a public setting.
Yeah, don't get us demonetized. We only make
fair.
about
So
50
I'm just-
cents a race, but you know what? By golly, that pays my McDonald's luncheon every Wednesday. So
There you go. Hey, I'm not going to say anything I'm going to regret later.
There you go. All right. Well, we do appreciate you talking to us, and we hope to catch you next week as well.
Yep, well, I'll see you around.
see you, buddy.
Alrighty. All right. Well,
Rob, you ready to take it home?
I'm ready to take it home. I am tired. That was a lot. My voice is strained, and I'm looking forward to next week at Bristol Dirt because that's going to be a hell of a race. I know it. And I just want to thank all the viewers out there. Y'all are amazing, and
for sure.
we appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and joining us each and every week. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, JP Alfonso Studios, Dubby, the league sponsor, Chairs for Gaming, as well as the Broke Scrub Cup, because without them and without you guys out there, we would not be here, and it'd make my Tuesday nights a little bit boring if I wasn't here. So
Yeah, me too.
so we do appreciate each and every one of you, and we can't wait to see you. Maybe we'll see some of you tomorrow night.
Yep.
And if not, then we'll see you next week back here at 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central for Bristol Dirt.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for Bristol Dirt. Doc Hudson's going to be on my mind tomorrow night for sure. And with that being said, guys, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow night as we go with J2I back to the I can't say the name of that track, but it's going to be an endurance race. It's actually going to be a really interesting race to watch. It'll be the first time that we've done multi-class racing on United Racing Network. And so that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Doing LMP2s and the IMSA series tomorrow night. So make sure you come around and stick around and watch us do some of that stuff tomorrow night. So
it's the Hungaro Ring.
Hungaro Ring. I keep wanting to say the onion ring.
No, I want onion rings.
I want
McDonald's.
I want some. What? Hold on. McDonald's has onion rings?
No.
Okay.
We've puts in. And the McDonald's up here have waffle fries.
What the crap? All right.
And we have snack wraps.
You know what? Now you can go screw off. I've been wanting a snack wrap for the last 2 years. All right, guys. We will holler at y'all tomorrow night as we go with the J2I series, our J2I Endurance series. It's going to be a long night tomorrow night, so I'm getting my rest now. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye, guys.